Hey guys, welcome back to Whip Jams. This is your host Nadim Azzam. Today we're on our way to pick up Detroit's own Pariis Noel. He was a featured artist on the Rel Carter Culture Tour powered by Roc Nation, and his debut album Beautifully Flawed dropped in May of 2019. So let's go pick him up.
Right, real.
Send a good message to the kids.
Always wear your seatbelt.
Yeah. Step one.
Real.
Hell yeah, man. Well, first of all, welcome to Whip Jams.
Likewise, my
Thank you
brother.
for being here.
Appreciate it.
It's an honor to have you.
Oh man, it's an honor to even be here, man. Come on now, you know that. So you practice repetitively at your praying, at your manifestation, you know, at meditating, and you know, everything, every title that you're called to fulfill. If you continue to keep at it over and over and over again, you're gonna find yourself getting better and better and better and better, and all you're gonna do is just enhance and grow as you go. I don't ever want to see myself at a stage of depression, and there's an audience. At times I feel like I'm my angel's guardian, to save her from saving me when it's hard again. I'm praying to God it's a better way. I can separate and get this weight up off of me instead of turning to the sunken place. And I made a choice, but I shouldn't have thought of it. A number of things is quite rare, trying to balance life on this uneven scale. If I'ma do it, I do it seriously. Good as it comes, so the more the merrier. I wasn't born to be ordinary people, John Doe, no legendary. I'm praying this isn't hereditary, so my kids can be there to bury me and fears me. I found some calm at last. I still have my soul intact. It's been tempted to relapse, giving into what was my biggest addictions. Money and items, women and nightlife. I'm losing guidance from my biggest addictions. I hope to get wise, I don't wanna die, I'm losing my mind cause license and registration, where you headed, what's your destination? Might I ask, have you been drinking, or you just overly medicated? Sir, I don't really think that's the case. I feeling like you underestimate me. Tone it down with the aggressive language. I don't appreciate you questioning me. Step out the car, hands on the pavement. I was clocking you from a 2-mile radius. In the 60, you was doing over 80 in this new Mercedes with these group of ladies. And from the looks of things, you too faded. But now I feel like I'm intimidated. But you the one that's being complicated. What you reaching for? I'm just trying to gather all my information. I found some calm at last. I still have my soul intact. It's been tempted to relapse, giving into what was my biggest addictions. Money and items, women and nightlife. I'm losing guidance from my biggest addictions. I hope to get wise, I don't wanna die. I'm losing my mind cause from my biggest addictions. Shit is a vibe, man. Shit is a vibe.
Well, all right, so first thing I want to ask you.
All right.
Pariis Noel.
Yeah.
Where'd the name come from? How'd you get your name?
Pariis is an acronym, so it's passion, always, react, and success. So the 2 eyes represent my zodiac sign. I'm a Gemini. You know, it just kind of trailed from there. Noel came from, I used to work at Parts Galore. This guy I used to work for, I used to like kick freestyles and stuff for him or whatnot. Name is Mr. Chuck. And every time he hear me like freestyle and everything like that, I just was used to tell him like, yo, you know I rap or whatever. So he's like, for real? Well, bust one for me, youngster. So, you know, I, kick out some flows for him and he'd be like, oh man, you young gifted. I'm gonna call you young gifted, young Noel. I'm like, young Noel? Because he was trying to put it in the sense where like Christmas, Noel, gifted, all in like the same metaphor. And I didn't get it at first, so I'm like, yo, that kind of got a ring to it. So Pariis Noel.
So did they come at different times? Pariis
Yeah,
first?
it did, man. I was going by Pariis first.
So you were just Pariis,
yeah.
but with the 2 eyes.
Yeah, with the 2 eyes.
And then, so he heard you rapping, and then you added Noel in response to that.
Yep.
And how long have you been Pariis Noel?
Man, this shit since I I'd probably say about 9 years, 10 years.
9
maybe.
years. So you grew up out, tell me where you're from.
From Detroit, West Side. My mom actually has a place on 6 Mile that she lives to this day. Yep,
So you're born and raised.
Yeah, man.
So I always like to ask, because I feel like every artist has their own interaction with their environment. What does it mean to you to come from Detroit? And not even just coming from Detroit, but your particular experience. How has it shaped you, both as an artist and as a person?
I'm not gonna sit here and say that everything is peachy in Detroit, because having an amount of success here can also bring a lot of hate, envy, all these different things. But I feel that if you just kind of like really have a formula and a plan, give back, make it your due diligence, of course, and then further on from there.
So you're talking about giving back to the community. Like, to me, that's something that always stands out to me. As an artist, we're obligated to give back to the societies that produced us.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm curious, when you say giving back, what does that mean to you? Like, what are the things that you care about that you want to give back on?
So my whole thing, my brand that I represent is Be the Change. That's what the whole album that I recently did, Beautifully Flawed, represents. Being the change. If you listen to the album, you hear Be the Change, several times throughout the album. So that speaks to me on a higher level, a higher magnitude, because it's like, if we're not producing resources and legacy for the generations below, that are going to be uprising, then what is the point, Because it's like, what do you want to be known for here? I'm working on a legacy to where it's to a point where when I leave this earth, you can't even tell my presence is gone in the physical. It's felt like
the influence.
You know what I'm saying? The influence is like every step of the way you feel my amount of energy. So giving back, doing works in philanthropy, works in community activism, working with the youth. The youth, man, it's just at a point right now where the youth is just, they lost. These are the things that we got to pay attention to as people. So why not have a platform that I utilize to bring change and be the change? You know what I'm saying? So just know that that's something that's embedded in my heart. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make sure that that is done. I'm going to make sure that that is fulfilled, So yeah. I'm all about just being better and getting better, man. You got to grow and go as you go.
It's that 10,000 hour rule.
Yeah, man. Keep pushing the envelope.
Time put in.
Some people start off, a little bit seldom in a way where they're feeling like, it's not coming together, but you just got to trust that process, man. That's what it is.
So what's next for Pariis Noel? You've been putting out last year, 2019, you put out Beautifully Flawed. I know you're working on a lot of music. You want to tell us a little bit about what you got coming up?
World domination, man.
Hell yeah.
World domination, man. This has been 10 years or so in the making. Right. My whole thing is just like creating at a nonstop, rapid pace. Doing these drops. I got a 12 or 20 series that I'm doing monthly, dropping a new single, new video every month for the 20th of each month to represent the year of 2020. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of it, it's going to be all 12 songs, and we're going to, collectively gathered into like a playlist. Not going to call it an album, but okay. I am working on another album.
On top of these, so you got 12 singles called a playlist, and then you've got another album on the way.
And I got initially two projects, actually. So really, you got the 12 for 20, my sophomore project, and then you got another compilation album from me and my guy Lorenzo Perez that we're dropping. So all in the year of 2020. That's what we doing.
Big year for you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we really shaking some hands and kissing some babies this year. That's what it is.